everyone. If that happens again, I may have to cut this short because I appear to be having some internet connection problems. It's making streaming this really annoying. So yeah. Town of Leaves, just to the west, it had just began to rain. I really like how Leaves looks in the rain. It's a very lovely school. Welcome back, Impact. I'm really sorry about the internet problems I've been having. I'm hoping that everything's all fixed, but you never know. There shouldn't be any issues with what I've got. It's just acting up for some reason. After their 2 successful training exercises, the branch school was gaining notoriety across the Empire, and their finances and equipment were also expanded. Oh man, we got some new soul dots too. Oh no, Tia's getting a call from her husband. Future husband. She's still underage. Beyond that, even their staff members increased in number. Oh, Becky's talking to Josette here. I imagine Josette will be in town a lot more often, since Becky will be ordering. Becky from the Thorsmain branch started a school store. Oh, and Linde's here too. Oh, we got a nice infirmary. Oh, Celine. And Linde transferred in from the Ursula Medical College to become the primary caregiver. And although meager to the students, a large change happened. It's finally the weekend! It's already been 3 weeks since we went to Crossbell. Where has the time gone? It has been 19 days to be precise. Tomorrow is a free day too. It feels like we finally have a breather. But you love your physical fitness, don't you, Al? You're doing so well in the swimming club that even Leonora praised you. Although I still can't swim 40 yards yet. And you're doing a great job in the tennis club, aren't you, Yuna? You're preparing for a match against the Imperial University, I heard. Yeah, they just formed their club too, so it's perfect timing. I hope this weather clears up, though. I wanted to practice after school. According to the forecast, it should clear up by about 4 p.m. But shouldn't you be studying Shouldn't you be studying instead? Oh, you're so easy to read. Well, the finals are next week, so we'll have some time to prepare. Yep, I'll just have to train and study and practice. Are there any competitions for your chess club, Kurt? Actually, we arranged to have a friendly match with the school in the capital as well. I've studied all of their past games and taught them to Sydney. It took a while. this gloomy little prodigy. Thank you. I accept your compliment wholeheartedly. These two have been getting along pretty well lately. Oh, that's right. The school store opened this morning. I bet they have good stuff from all over the place. I even bought a copy of the latest Imperial Times. Sorry, Imperial Chronicle. Oh, that's the store the instructor's old classmate Becky started, right? Huh. This school's starting to finally feel like a real military academy. Right. Only the buildings were new and polished. At the beginning, their contents were lacking. But now we have a nurse's office, and even a space for gardening. Things finally seem to be running as expected. Oh, and the nurse's office is run by the instructor former's classmate Linde, right? And Sandy finished her garden too. Oh, it's all coming together now. Right. We even have a new type of soldat. But, I'll be honest, I never expected you to buy a copy of the Imperial Chronicle. It's mostly information from the mainland of the Empire. Don't you find that boring? Well, actually, I came around to it, believe it or not. There's articles published by Crossbell in there, so I've been buying it. Oh, there was something written there that I didn't really understand. What's the Imperial Congress? Oh, is it already time for that? Actually, it's running a little late this year. The National Imperial Congress is an annual meeting of the noble families. Those who participate include counts and countesses, as well as members of the four great houses, who are the four families who organize it. Last year, it was held by the Hyarms family in St. Arc. The four great houses. I've heard about them. They basically control the country, right? And two of them were arrested during the Civil War? Al, you even caught one of them, didn't you? You mean Duke Cayenne, don't you? He was the and setting fires. That's the lowest of the low. Why didn't he charge him for murder? Market Manager Otto died. He razed Keldic to the ground. Duke Helmut Alberea got off light. I see. So the former Class VII even did all of that. So the second son that arrested him would be Governor Rufus's brother. Yeah, his younger brother Eustace. I hear he's acting as head of the family now. Although it's collapsing, this country is still fundamentally an aristocracy after all. So to suddenly unite all of the states and reform everything can't be done by the central government alone. In that sense, the purpose of this council is very important. So, Eustace will be participating in the council then? Well, he's Instructor Rean's friend too, right? So it should all go well. Huh? I'm not saying I believe in him just because he's the instructor's friend. It's just that, Instructor Rean aside, everyone from the former Class VII are really good people. Don't give me that look, you two! No. She's the essence of simplicity. I think I've learned something. Good morning. The rain looks like it's letting up a little bit. Good morning, Instructor. Don't just suddenly barge in like that. Aren't you a little later than usual, though? No, before that. Ha, you guys are sharp. This might be sudden, but you guys are getting a few new classmates. What? So suddenly? Yes, you two, come on in. It's about time they joined up. Oh. You guys. Huh. I'm sure it's not really necessary, but you two can introduce yourselves if you'd like. Then I'll go first. I'm Yuse Egret. I'm transferring to Class 7 from the accounting division. I'm looking forward to working with you from now on. I'm Ash Carbide from the tactical division. I don't really need to make friends with you guys, but we can get along. What an asshole. God. His middle name should just be changed to Hole, so we can call him Asshole Carbide. You want them to transfer to Class 7? Yes, Yuse Egret from Class 9, and Ash Carbide from Class 8. After reading the report from Crossbell, it seems they've acted on their own a bit too much recently. This is a penalty for that. Well, that's kind of like shitting on Rean, isn't it? It's like, yeah, teaching these students is like a penalty, so yeah. Good job, buddy. Well, it's not like I don't get it. Well, if there needs to be a punishment, us instructors should be included. Well, the number of members in the new Class 7 is still smaller than the old one. I was already intending to invite transfer students who seemed like they'd be a good fit. And after the activities in both places, considering all that's happened, that's true. Especially thinking of the future. What do you think? I think that physically and mentally, those two are a good match. If they don't have any objections, I'd like to welcome them into the new Class 7. Very good. Major. No issues, I trust. Well, we'll all be operating together anyway, so there's no issues on my end. But is this a coincidence? I heard that Carbide is somehow related to the Intelligence Division. Well then, it's decided. I see. So your Class 7 has 5 students now. He's a hard-headed one, so best of luck with that. Right. Leave it to me. Muse and Ash, I'd better talk to them first. Oh, yay. We finally have more classmates for Class 7. It's about time. This is what's called a mobile defense. By luring the enemy in, the situation can be made favorable through counter something similar from my uncle. Wow, I never had this kind of in-depth lecture at the police academy before. I see. It's collaboration between offense and defense. This is so obvious. Don't even need to give it a name. Right. Approximately half of the provisions from the West Samaria Trade Conference have already expired. The other half still apply, however, and we hope that it could serve as a bridge between the Empire and the Republic, which have cut off relations from us. One of the concerns is the Transcontinental Railroad. According to the treaties signed by both countries... I feel like I've been somewhat ignorant about the other Zamurian countries. I had heard the name, but I didn't know the Transcontinental Railroad could even pass through mountains. As expected, that is one of the characteristics of a non-governmental organization. How stupid. Make a bunch of agreements just to break them all later. Writing. Oh my god, I was totally just Ash at school, I swear. There is no need to hold back. It is your one chance for fine arts this week. Nobles and commoners, the Empire and everywhere else, everyone needs to indulge in the food of life. So, as we discussed last time, these are melody, chords, and rhythm. Orion, sing the song on page 17. Just the melody, if you would. All of a sudden? Just like that? Understood. Oh, she has a pretty good pitch. Wow. She doesn't express much emotion, but her accuracy and beautiful voice. The intent was emotional expression, but as you can see, perfect melody and tune can create a pleasant feel to the tune as well. Now, if we add this chord, how does the expression of the piece change? Homeroom. Good work today, everyone. Muse, Ash, your school experience should not change much in the classroom. Do you have any concerns about that? There's no need to worry. I'm fine. Aside from that stupid fine arts lesson. Well, that's one class anyone would feel uneasy in. I was pretty surprised being asked to sing out of nowhere like that. Well, you handled it perfectly, as expected. Kurt and Muse aside, how the hell were you able to study that well, Ash? In every class, you're able to answer all the questions correctly. I suppose we're just in different leagues mentally. What did you say? Well, now that you're all in the same class, maybe you should study together. I'll also lend you my advice at any time, so please don't hold back. Oh, well then I'll come for my private lesson in your room, instructor. Oh, stop that already! Oh, brother. Things have certainly gotten livelier here, in several ways. Stand, bow. Wow, but really, to think you guys just suddenly joined us like that. I mean, you were used to your old classes. You guys didn't have any regrets about that? Well, I did feel a bit sad about leaving the accounting class behind. But if it's to join Rean's Class 7? Alright, that's enough. I thought you didn't like Instructor Rean from the start. Yeah, you were rather blatant about it too. I don't hate him, I just don't really like him either. I will admit he's a strong fighter when it comes down to it. And he has that strange power too. That's... How did you learn about that? Trade secret. You guys have a talking cat with you, and you ride around on ancient toys. You have so many of your own secrets, it makes me want to laugh. At the most, I'll accompany you on your little trips, and laugh with you. You know... Please don't cause problems if you're just coming along with us. He'll be just fine. All of us here have some interest in Instructor Rean, in some way, shape, or form. I've noticed that Ash over here is the same way. Now that you mention it... I see. The reason you don't really like him is because he actually interests you. I see. I can accept that. You're really a careless woman, aren't you? I wonder if I'd be better calling you a sly fox, or a wasp spider. No, I'd much prefer if you called me a charming white lily. These two are great. Well, anyway. Welcome to Class 7, Muse, Ash. Let's work together to make sure we don't lose to Instructor Rean. Oh. Even though we're larger now, we're still a smaller class than the others. Let's each offer what we can to make our special training go well. I'm looking forward to working with you. First is the Soul Dot training. No, before that, the Small Fortress test. Ugh, Adios, could you guys be any more embarrassing? But I agree about not losing to Schwarzer here. This must be the goddess's blessing as well. I'm glad to be here, everyone. Oh gosh. Glad to see that Class 7 is in Class 7 before this. Dealing with Muse and Ash seems pretty difficult. I think this is fate, though. They seem like they'll fit in well. As an instructor, and as their Class 7 senpai, I'm planning on helping them grow and succeed as classmates. I see. Well, if you need any help, just give me a shout. Understood. Oh right, Rean, something arrived for you. The rain's already made it dark outside. Well, it's supposed to stop this evening. I'll have to make sure to give the new Class 7 members their student notebooks. They'll need the missing special training pages. But after the Crossbell incident, they probably are pretty much caught up on Class 7. A lot had happened, but I think it was really a rare opportunity for us. Remember when all this stuff happened? Just a few hours ago? I certainly do. The leader of the gnomes. He's still a mystery. Of course, that couldn't have been him, could it? Well, whatever. I might as well look for Ash and the others. Oh, maybe I should say hi to Linde and Becky, too. Alright, Celine said she'd be coming to school as well, even in the rain. I should go find her, too. For now, let's see what's going on. Okay, I got some new outfits, too. That appears to be Yuna's tennis uniform, and Altina's swimsuit. Lovely. And I got some mail on my Arcus, too, apparently. Oop. I don't know who this is from. Oh, it's Elliot. I don't know what this message says, but it's nice to see. And Laura also left us a message as well. I'm glad to hear from them. Even though I don't know what they're saying. Feels so embarrassing. Get out of my way, Michael. Anyway, we got a few things to do. Just wander around and such. So we should go ahead and do that. Anyway, Linda's set up in the nurse's office. Let's go pay her a visit, because she's right here after all. Hi, Linda. How's work going? Oh, Rean, it's good to see you. There's no issues with our current medicine stock. I need to make sure we have plenty in preparation for the upcoming special training. It's such a relief to have a professional doctor here with us. Let me thank you again for coming. Oh no, not at all. I'm still in training after all. Coming to the branch school is a good experience for me. What do you mean? Oh, nothing much. Actually, I decided I wanted to pursue medicine after the Civil War. I felt so useless when so many people were struggling. So, I started to wish I was strong enough to save someone. So that's why you decided to enter the medical college so quickly. I'm sorry to bring this up out of nowhere, but you still seem troubled. Can I listen to what's wrong? Oh, I'm sorry to make you worry about me. I'm still such a newbie at the Ursula Medical College, and I'm still in training. So, I want to build my experience and get even better. Hopefully, with all the other newbies here. That's true. Linda, we'll be relying on you from now on. Yeah, I'm looking forward to working with you. Blah, blah, blah. Alright. So our next destination is up the stairs here. And we got 2 events. Let's go to Class 8 first, I guess. Just because that's the one that's in my script first. Oh. I never thought you'd join the special section. You had your duties in Class 8. But there's no way you won't cause trouble for them. Oh, I won't be causing any problems myself. You trying to pick a fight with me or something? Didn't you just settle some scores with some hoodlums in the capital before? You turned the tables on them, and they ran around with their tails between their legs. I was just teaching them a lesson. They were getting a bit too cocky. Plus, it seems annoying to have the branch school girls misunderstanding. I guess that's one way to look at it. That's because you always do things that can cause misunderstandings. But it must be nice that the only guy in the special section's Kurt. Although it might get messy having 2 handsome guys there. Instructor Rean is there too. To be honest, it's kind of aggravating. Well, you 2 aren't totally ugly, I guess. It's just too bad, you know? You! Oh, way to rub salt in the wounds, man. Alright, Instructor Ash. Teach us how to become popular with the girls. Oh. You just hanging out with your Class 7 or Class 8 friends? Not really. You just wandering around? Must be a pain to babysit all the students like this. Well, it's my job after all, so I'll enjoy it as much as I can. Based on that encounter, though, I'm surprised to see how much they rely on you, Ash. Oh? What do you want? Did you need something from me? You got it. Here you go. Oh, the student notebook. Handed Ash the notebook. Huh, a list of differences in the curriculum, and an emergency manual. To be honest, this is pretty pointless. This side of him's really something. Well, I don't care whether you use it or not. But I do expect you to be able to execute the procedures in the emergency manual if you need to, so just commit them to memory, alright? Alright, alrighty. I'm going now. But I'll make sure to see it for myself, you know? Whether you're the real deal, or just another fake. Well, I'll keep that in mind. God, could Ash be any more abrasive? Just so pleasant. Anyway, we'll pop into Class 9 here. This looks like Muse is talking to her friends too. Oh, that's... Aw, I felt pretty sad when I heard you were transferring out, Muse. There already weren't many of us. Well, I guess Yuna had even fewer with her. I was sad too. But at least school days should stay the same as they are for now. And I won't be changing my dorm room or anything, so I'm looking forward to playing with you even more. We'll leave Yuna to you, Muse. I think you two will get along well. You sort of fill in what each other don't have, if that makes any sense. Huh? Oh, I know what you mean. You're so precise and accurate, and Yuna's can be hasty and rash. But she can also be the one to buckle down and solve a difficult problem when needed. I see. You might be right. Well, I haven't had much real combat experience yet, so I'll probably be relying on Yuna and Altina quite a bit. But if it comes down to it, I know Instructor Rean will have my back. You're really obsessed with Instructor Rean, aren't you? Well, I'll admit he's pretty cool. He's the one who brought Yuna back from her depression, too. Anyway, I have to head to club activities. Oh, and there's a new recipe I wanted to try in the cafeteria. Well, do your best, you two. Aw, how sweet. Are those your friends from the accounting section? Yeah, it's kinda sad to leave them after 2 months. But really, this branch school's excellent. Yeah, definitely. Although there are some people who mock us for just being an imitation of the main campus, when it comes down to a time of crisis, I think we'd come out ahead for sure. Although, of course, the Thor's main campus would be a good adversary. That's true. So, did you need something from me? Now that I think about it, a teacher and a student, alone in the classroom? It's an ideal opportunity. No, there's other instructors on the floor. Please, take this. Oh. Gave Muse the new notebook. Exchanging this with my former student notebook? I'm kind of reluctant to part with it. But I suppose I must, as the curriculum's different. Yeah, some of the pages have been rearranged as well. Be sure to keep any of the notes from your old one and copy them into the new one. I see. The latest style notebook, too. Thanks, instructor. I have to head to my club now. I'm looking forward to working with you. Yeah, same here. How cute. Alrighty then. So now we want to head back down to the first floor. And we want to go bother Principal Aurelia here. The rain. It can be truly elegant as well. It seems like a good chance to experience Eastern culture. Do you know of haikus and so forth? Well, my grandmother enjoyed them, but I don't know anything about it. So, you enjoy poetry as well as regular art? Yes, poetry is lovely in a different way. By the way, I saw that picture from the training exercise. He looked quite similar, did he not? The Divine Knight aside, His face, his voice, they were all familiar. Oh. I forgot. You knew him as well, Principal. The Azure Chevalier. He was something of a young hero to his noble allies during the Civil War. I talked to him 2 or 3 times, but it was really a surprise that he was Cayenne's protege. I thought it was regrettable when I heard the news of his death at the end of the war. Well, those are my thoughts. Let us refrain from further discussion on it. The question of how to interpret the gnomes, I'll leave that to Toa and the others. We shall see if the branch school has sufficient determination to learn the truth. Understood. We'll definitely get to the bottom of it, including Instructor Herschel and my companions. I'll leave it to you then. So sorry, I'm just taking a break here. Alright. Yeah, my throat was getting a bit raspy. So we got a few side things to do before doing these last couple events here. So I just need to find out exactly where I'm going. There should be a library room here, if I am remembering correctly. Yes. Anyway, there's a couple books here I wanted to check out. That's not it. That's not the bookshelf I wanted. Oh, it's these ones. Yeah, so these ones have the various books from other series. So basically, you want to get them into your book notes as you go. Anyway, those were board game recommendations and the true record of the Northern Military Campaign. These ones are non-essential, but you know, nonetheless, you can check them out if you so choose. Anyway, we want to hop on up to the rooftop here and find Valerie. She's practicing her singing. And seems very embarrassed about it. But you shouldn't be. Singing's an art form. And art is beautiful. On that I agree with Principal Aurelia. This little bit here is not translated, so I'm left to wondering what they're talking about. Anyway, next stop is the cafeteria. Because I want to talk to Gina here. Or Sheena. I forget whether it's Sheena or Gina. But she has a recipe for us, so we don't want to forget that. This is thick Hamburg steak. So basically, like, you know, a hamburger patty with no bun. Because sometimes, you know, weird things catch on. Anyway, she also has a copy of the Imperial Chronicle, so I should pick that up before I forget. And, we're supposed to talk to Sandy, but she's in the back, so we have to intrude. Because we have some seedlings for her. Yep, so she gave us something as thanks for all the seedlings we found. 30 onions and 10 ripe peaches. Now, I don't know where the store is. Is this it here? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Luckily these things are easy enough to find. Because we need to talk to Becky. Hey, Rean, you came! What do you think of the Becky Co-op? The school store is open. I never thought the school store would be run by you, Becky. But are you sure this is okay? I thought you wanted to work at a store in a bigger city. Well, that's what I wanted to do from the start, but that wasn't any way to do it. But then I found it in Crossbell. A big company was moving in and clashing with the local businesses with a big capital business plan. Specifically, the Class company in the capital? In Crossbell, they were trying to figure out ways of not being bought out. But every day, the power of the company felt stronger and stronger. See, to build up small business